What's up, Madden Men of the People? ZFarls here with the Team of the Week Divisional Edition. It's led by Dez Bryant. So if you were holding out for that Aaron Rodgers, that next level baller, he's still playing in the playoffs. And half of his hookup to Jared Cook got a Team of the Week, but Aaron Rodgers will not be getting one this week. However, he's still alive, and anytime he's playing football the way he is right now, you never know. Let me know in the comments if you think Aaron Rodgers deserved the Team of the Week, but let's break down who did earn Team of the Week, and as we noted, Dez Bryant leads the way. All right, so the first man up is Deion Jones from the Falcons. They had a big game. Matt Ryan with a nice drive on offense at the end of the half. He hit Tevin Coleman. Those two guys right there are right on the brink of having, the best items at their position. Tevin Coleman right now is a super budget back. Matt Ryan with his conductor can make every throw. So two of those guys could have went to the next level. Instead, you step into an 89 right outside linebacker, Deion Jones. Let's dig in. Jones here, a pretty balanced linebacker. He's got the coverage linebacker chemistry, which is going to help out with speed if you can get it to tier 2. We know Shazier is one of the big guys we like to get that extra speed boost for. 88 speed, he's going for 20K. Good agility, finesse move, power move, very balanced in the low 80s, can rush the passer. That block shed's very strong at 89 for a coverage style backer, but the 77 strength is what's going to hold him back. Now his play rec is low, which means he should be more athletic in general. He has 83 zone coverage and good pursuit. I like this item. I think it's a great value for 20K. I like that it has 88 speed. I think you can do a lot from the right outside linebacker position, but is it going to be better than the Thursday night draft champion Zach Brown, some of the Mark Barons out there, some of the Deion Buchanans out there? Now, I know they don't all play that position. Some of those guys are middle linebacker, like Jones plays a little bit himself. However, you're going to use them, in my opinion, in the same role. So you got to look to those guys first. He's right on par with the price. It's just a decision that you have to make. But those guys seem to be more the meta, but this Deion Jones definitely fits in, and he's a very nice item at the lower end of this week's Team of the Week. Dion Lewis with 3 touchdowns, 3 different types of touchdowns, rushing, receiving, and return. Earns himself an item. He's got 92 speed with 95 agility. LaShawn McCoy, Le'Veon Bell levels of agility for that left stick cutting, plus 93 elusive and 93 juke move. His carry's down to 87 as he did fumble on one of the kickoffs, but look at his route running at 78. You expect that to be a little bit higher for some of those wheel patterns out of the backfield that he's known for running. However, he does have the route running chemistry, which is a receiver chemistry in general at halfback. There's a few backs that are starting to get that now. They're mostly those third down style backs. 92 speed doesn't break the bank. As far as, we have backs in this game that are mostly 92 and some are 93, but that 95 agility really is a great step up for a 20K priced back. His elusive being over 90 is excellent, and his juke in spin being over 90 is something you have to value. Good route running, decent catch in traffic. He should get the job done for you for 20K. I like the style of this Dion Lewis as a good third down back, and possibly if you like shiftier style backs and you don't have the money or coins to get into a LaShawn McCoy, you try out this Dion Lewis, see if his style works for you, and see if he gets the job done. We take a look at Jared Cook, the tight end from the Packers, 88 speed. He's got 84 run block, 84 route running, 91 spec catch, even though he had a 99 spec catch on Sunday, and 84 catch in traffic. Jared Cook is an item that is always going to turn heads in the community because of his speed and his size. He's been making waves since he was a Titan in Madden, you name it. I mean, Jared Cook has been one of the best options at tight end because of his physical abilities. And here you see it, 88 speed, 91 acceleration. One thing I want to highlight on this Jared Cook is his jump. His jump, you're going to see him be able to go up over the pile with precision jumps. That's a meta that we saw kind of emerge at this Madden Bowl online stage, so keep him in mind for that. One of the most popular tight ends in the game is Ladarius Green, so you want to pop Ladarius Green into this conversation. He has a Team of the Week with about 88 speed, and see if he fits what you can do. You can look at an old Jared Cook whose price will now come down, and then you also have this Jimmy Graham. This is not the newest Jimmy Graham, it's the second newest Team of the Week Jimmy Graham. and his price is coming down as well because of the new option that you see there. So between Ladarius Green, you're going to see the speed. This is the fastest now, right in that area between these three gentlemen and Ladarius Green. Not a ton of route running on this guy, but for seam throws and drags and then going up over the top, this Cook is going to be phenomenal to do those exact rolls that you need. Good spec catch, good size, pretty strong run blocking. He doesn't have the best strength there, but that's pretty decent for run block. So this is where I would compare. I throw Ladarius Green in, and I love this Jared Cook. I think he'll be in a ton of lineups moving forward. Him or Graham, depending on the coins that you have available. Bud Dupree right here is one of the best user defenders in Madden 17 right now. Brand new item in the game, 90 speed, 6'4", 87 block shed, 90 hit power. He kind of combines the best of Ryan Shazier along with the best of, say, Anthony Barr, size-wise. So you're going to get 90 speed. Now, pass rusher chemistry, we'd have to look at Tier 2 and see what that gives you. He doesn't have, say, what Shazier has, which is field general and cover linebacker, which at Tier 2 both give you +1 speed, so you're not going to be able to get him to 92, I don't believe. But 90 should be plenty with that size. Agility a little bit low. I have noticed that with when I use her like a Clowney or some defenders. You can't quite get as lateral as quickly. You got to be very tender with the left stick. He has 90 hit power, 91 power move, 83 finesse, so he can rush the passer. And you do kind of have to user this Dupree across the middle because his play rec is lower than you want to see it, and so is his zone coverage. Because if you were going to let this Dupree play on his own, you would pretty much be rushing him off the edge to take advantage of his speed and his excel and his power move. But by adding your user stick skills to the mix, you take advantage, you boost that play rec up, you boost that zone coverage up, you keep the block shed, and this Bud Dupree is somebody you have to look at. I mean, we compare him to his other user, which is going for $7K and is going to keep dropping in price, and then of course to the Anthony Barr, who's almost double the cost of this new Dupree. You see 90 speed versus 88 and 87. You see the strength is much higher in favor of Dupree. Now, Barr has the agility. I spoke to that earlier about kind of what you can do with the left stick. And there's a little bit more hit power on the Dupree by 6. And then you have more zone coverage on the Barr, but since you're using them, I don't believe it's as much of a factor. And then the block shedding is still very similar. So I'm a huge fan of Bud Dupree. He's 9 points stronger. I think the 1 inch in height is worth it for, not worth it for the Barr. You go for the Dupree, you get him involved at left outside linebacker, you user him and see if he makes plays. As long as he doesn't openly drop interceptions, I feel like he is the guy moving forward you want in the middle of your defense, especially if you can't use a Shazier, who's maybe too expensive, or you want the height. I think the Shazier with his jump makes plenty of plays, but some people need that height as kind of their, safety play, and I like that, and Bud Dupree is the guy. Now for your top guys of the week on defense, they went with Logan Ryan, who had that fourth quarter interception, 91 speed, 91 agility, 92 zone. So I look at this item and I think great combination of zone and man, pretty good speed. The acceleration is going to make him play faster. Not a household big-time name who's going to demand that Football Outsider Sherman coin. 90 play rec is phenomenal, and then 89 press, which I'm not too concerned about. So as I look at Logan Ryan, I think, I don't think his price is going to be the most outlandish. It does say that he is pretty physical and good at run support, but I see 58 block shed and 64 strength. So I'm not personally going to consider him for my cover 2 defense on the outside. I think I could do better with the Ramsey or Mel Blount or some other options out there. So I'm not calculating that into my breakdown, but I do think that there's all-out balance here in whatever style you play. If you like to mix up your man in zone, this guy could be the guy to get it done for you. If you were to have Malcolm Butler on the other side motivator, you're up to 94 zone. He's got the double chemistries as pick specialist up there, and then he has deep defender. So the 94 Excel is a nice treat on this item. The hit power at 73 is not really a factor, but I love the 90 play rec. And this Logan Ryan, if his price comes down and settles where I think it will for, a Logan Ryan style item who kind of flies under the radar, it should work out for your defense. The other guy they went with on offense was Ty Montgomery, Packers halfback. Now, he has 92 speed, 94 excel, and 92 agility. We just looked at Dion Lewis, who had kind of the excel and the agility flipped and also had 92 speed. Montgomery has a little bit more route running. He's gotten a couple items recently, so he's starting to get pretty good. He's got an 88 team of the week, an 87, and then he had a hot hands mixed in. So he's gotten some nice boosts, but since his elusive is still under 80, is still under 90, and his juke moves under 90, and his spin moves under 90, I get that he has a little bit more route running than, say, Dion Lewis, but his premium moves for precision are not where Dion Lewis's are. I prefer agility a little bit more than acceleration on my halfbacks, and I'm not going to calculate this extra route running as being more worthy than what Dion Lewis just picked up. So I think Dion Lewis is the play here, and I think he'll end up costing less than Montgomery. But one cool note about Montgomery is this is all of the halfbacks that have SE, which is slot expert. So he'll help boost your other slot expert receivers if you need a spot. So you saw the other Montgomery had it. There's a Woodhead that has it. That's inexpensive. One Jamal Charles alternate. But those are some guys you can consider if you want to try and get more and do some unique things with the Montgomery. I think he's good. I just think you could maybe get what Dion Lewis does out of him as a third down back for a little bit less and consider that hopefully to help you. Now, Dez Bryant, he had a game-tying TD catch to they then went for 2 and got it. He's got double Dallas, which is actually a really good chemistry, especially on offense because of their linemen, and double deep threat. So pretty nice chemistries. However, he has 91 speed, which is right in the middle. It's right in the middle of where everyone kind of sits right now. He's got 93 agility. Dez has had a 93 team of the week. He's got now a 95 team of the week. He had an 87 team of the week. And so he has had a lot of items, but he can't run block. I think there's better options out there if you want run blocking, especially for the cost. I would go with the Demarius. Catching traffic at 92 is strong. Spec at 94 is strong, especially with deep threat. But the route running being at 90, from what I saw this weekend and the way I believe Madden 17 is going to play going forward with how popular C routes and corner routes in the route running is, I think you need to have a guy who's base 94 route running so that you can get him to 96. You need a 96, you need a couple 96 route running guys in your life. Now that doesn't mean all your receivers have to have it. It doesn't mean that there's not different roles for different receivers. There's a Kelvin Benjamin role, but Dez is 6'2", and the catching traffic's not really built for that role. He's not a run blocker. He's not a Brandon Cook speedster. He's not doesn't have playmaker. He doesn't do what Harrison does or the AB. So finding the role for Dez is a little tricky. He's got to be one of the most solid receivers in the game. He's 90s pretty much across the board. But to me, I'm looking for something very specific if I'm going to pony up this amount of coins. I want a guy who's all out ridiculous spec. Dez can be that, but Moss can be it a little bit better. I want the Ed McCaffrey 95 route running or the Harrison route running. I want the Jerry Rice who's right there but has the playmaker with the catch and traffic. So I'm looking for very unique things if I'm going to pay a premium for an item. Sometimes you either pay a premium for a specific rating or you pay peak price because the guy can do everything. I think Dez is still 1 or 2 more items away from doing everything because his route running is a little bit low. But, I'd love to get this guy in the lineup. DeAndre Hopkins has kind of that similar blend, and he plays amazing. So I'm sure this Dez plays well. But for my offense, I won't be adding him to my lineup because he doesn't overall do something that I need him specifically for. So let me know if you're going to use Dez differently. Once again, who you thought should also be on the team of the week. If you still think that there's hope out there for guys like Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers who are going to have, a big game coming up where there should be a lot of points scored and hopefully a lot of new items can come through the end of the Super Bowl. That's all I got for you guys. Let me know your predictions in the comments. I picked the Cowboys, so other than that, I went 2-2. I think it was 2 wins on Saturday, 2 losses on Sunday. if you're having a playoff bracket going and you're still strong, I mean, the Steelers can't have any chance to beat the Pats, right? Like, no chance. Like, Tom Brady's going to light them up, I think, pretty sure. So I'm dying to know what you guys think. Playoffs have been good. They're starting to really heat up right now. 4 great quarterbacks left, and can't wait to watch it. Hopefully this Team of the Week review helped you guys, and until next time, this is ZFarls. Don't forget to lock up. And if you're still watching, we stream on Mondays on twitch.tv/MaddenTips, but we don't tweet it out. And so if you're watching on YouTube, that's where we go live. We usually break down these guys there, but I'll actually be streaming later some gameplay. So stop by for a secret stream, but don't tell anybody.